have given Bhagavad Gita as it is. There are so many authors who have given the summary, or you can say commentary for Bhagavad Gita. But when they have given the commentary for Bhagavad Gita, sometimes they don't present it as it is. That is why Prabhupada has specified this word as it is. Jashiya hai. Okay, next page, open. Gita Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad. Is there? Bhagavad Gita, Gita Upanishad. Very important. If somebody asks you, have you read Gita Upanishad? Immediately you should not be confused. Gita Upanishad means Bhagavad Gita. Here itself. We have yet not gone many places. Gita Upanishad. You have it? Next time bring book and pen. So Gita Upanishad. Why Gita Upanishad has been given? By who gave this name? This name is given by Sripad Adi Shankaracharya. And we have heard this verse in Gita Mahatmya. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo Dugdha Gopalanantaraha Partho Vasasudir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahatma. If you are hungry, you can go and have this prasad. So, Sripad Adi Shankaracharya has given this name Gita Upanishad. Because in the first class, if you remember, we had done the comparison between Vedas and Upanishad. The children are very sleepy. You should go and take your prasad and go and sleep. Go. Go and take your prasad. Who feels sleepy, go and take prasad and go and sleep there. Don't sleep in the class. Go. Those who want to hear can sit here. Those who want to go can go. Take him and go. He's sleeping in front of me only. They seeing him, I was asleep. So better is you go, take prasad and go and sleep. Okay? Don't go and make fun out of there. Go and sleep. So very clearly it has been given that Vedas has 4 sections. We saw that. Vedas has 4 sections. Brahmanakas, Aranyakas, Samhitas, and Upanishad. Upanishad speaks about the spiritual world. Brahmanakas speaks about the city life. Aranyakas speak about the forest life. Samhitas speak about how to worship different devatas and get the benefit from them. So these we saw last time. But Upanishad, Upa means Lord. Nishad means to sit beside the spiritual master and learn about the absolute truth. Very clearly it has been given. Now, Upanishad could be understood only by intelligent class of people, not ordinary people. So for Vaishya, Shudras, so what was done? Puranas were given. That is a simple explanation of Upanishad, Puranas. So 17 Puranas arose. Afterwards, Bhagavad Purana that came later. But initially it was 17 Puranas. So then again from Puranas, 2 dynasties were taken. That is Suryavamshi and Chandravamshi. And for them, Ramayana and Mahabharata was. But now these people who are very proud, what did they do? They started criticizing Mahabharata, Ramayana. They started criticizing even the Puranas. So then, Adi Shankaracharya saw that in Mahabharata there are parvas. Like in Ramayana there are kandas. In Mahabharata there are parvas. So you have Bhishma Parva. In Bhishma Parva, 25th chapter to 42nd chapter, you find Bhagavad Gita. That is how you have, how many chapters in Bhagavad Gita? 18 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. So these 18 chapters were criticized. They are for less intelligent people. That is why Sripad Adi Shankaracharya writes, Sarva Upanishado Gao. If all the Upanishads is compared to Gao, Gao means cow. Dugdha Gopal Nandana. Krishna is milking the cow. Partho Vatsasudir Bhukta. Partha is the first Vatsa. Vatsa means cow. And the Sudhir Bhukta, the remaining intelligent class of people will get the nectar. This is Amritam Mahatma. So Gita Upanishad, this name has been given by whom? Sripad Adi Shankaracharya. Okay. Go next. Bhagavad Gita as it is, Gita Upanishad, 2nd edition, revised and enlarged with the original Sanskrit text, Roman transliteration, English equivalence, translation and elaborate purpose by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Founder-Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. Now, ISKCON is also a trust, but why it is given here? BBT, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. We should know in and out of it. So Prabhupada says, I have made a wonderful trust, and this is Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, which will be responsible for printing, editing, printing, and then publication. So all the books are printed in BBT. Prabhupada says, for some time, for some years, for some years, temple will function with brahmacharis. After some time, Prabhupada said that time itself, after some time, it will be the grahasthas who will be taking the lead. And when there are no grahasthas left also to preach, it will be my BBT which will preach. That means the book itself will preach. That is the power of BBT, Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. Now see, Prabhupada's name is Bhakti Vedanta. Again, there is a very nice, in his childhood, his name is Abhay. Same Abhay is continued when he became a sannyasi also, Abhay Charanarvinda. But why Bhakti Vedanta has been added? Where Vedas end, the logics of the Vedas end, there begins Bhakti. Veda Antaha Bhakti. Where logics of the Vedas end, Tark Vitark is known as logics. When the Nyaya ends, there starts Bhakti. So for this, there is a nice example. Narada comes and tells to a cobbler that cobbler is asking, what is Lord doing in Vaikuntha? The Narada says, he is trying to sneak inside an elephant through the ear of a needle. First he went to a Brahmana. Brahmana asked, what your Lord is doing? So he told this thing. Then he said, don't bluff me. Can an elephant be removed out of the ear of a needle, a small bone, ear of a needle? Then what happened was, he went to cobbler. The cobbler was the same thing. What is Lord doing in Vaikuntha? Lord is removing an elephant from the ear of the needle or eye of the needle. So then the cobbler told him, it's Lord. He can do anything what he wants. Just think, he did not put his logic. He did not put his nyaya. He knows one thing, Lord can do anything. So where logics end, Bhakti begins. That is the Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. BBT, again Prabhupada has kept Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust. And then here, this is the second edition. The question arises, what was the first edition? Prabhupada wrote huge volumes, a very huge volume. The pages and pages is written. But afterwards, when he came from Karur, there's a place known as Karur in South India. Prabhupada went to print his Bhagavad Gita. Then he found a merchant house. He told him, bring the edition, I will print it. But when he came to his house, he saw that his wife had sold all the papers to the paper wala, Bhangarwala comes, Radhiwala today. Just it was a huge, it was 4 times bigger than this. That much Prabhupada had written the purpose. But his wife sold. So that is why he had to again write the second edition which Prabhupada has written. Now, Bhagavad Gita contains the original Sanskrit text. Any words you remove, just go inside. You will find a verse. Then you will find Roman transliteration. That means in English you are finding any words you see. Down you see one English, that is Roman transliteration. Then you have word-to-word meaning. After word-to-word meaning, you have translation and you have purport. So even if you don't know Sanskrit, it is so easy to understand. Even if you don't know Sanskrit, it is very easy to understand Bhagavad Gita. Then comes the next page. This book is dedicated to whom? Who step by step? So Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushan, who presented so nicely the Govinda Bhashya commentary on the Vedanta philosophy. Now, to Baladeva Vidyabhushan. This book is entrusted to Baladeva Vidyabhushan. This book is dedicated. Now somebody may think, Baladev Vidyabhushan is the father of who is he? No, he's a big acharya in the same disciplic succession. It so happened, Baladev Vidyabhushan, he is the disciple of Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Just hear the story. You don't have to memorize, but at least you should know who is Baladev Vidyabhushan. So, Baladev Vidyabhushan is a disciple of Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, very great acharya. Now, there was a dispute in Jaipur. The king over there was completely confused because Sri Vaishnavas had come, Pandits from Sri Vaishnavas had come. They told, why is it that Radharani is kept near Govinda? It should be Rukmini, not Radharani. Radharani is only girlfriend, but Rukmini is the wife. So why Radha Govinda's worship? What they did was, they took the deities and then locked the deities of Radharani. And they told, we will have Rukmini near Krishna. So there was a big fight that why Radharani should not be killed, because she is the source of all the incarnations. That is again a fight. She is the source of all the incarnations. Why she should not be killed? So now they called Shri Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. And then Shri Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, who was aged, so he sent his disciple Baladev Vidyabhushan to go and pacify and give from the Shastras the right knowledge. So when he went there, the Pandits over there very clearly told, you cannot just present the Shastra with your own intelligence. If you have written commentary on Bhagavad Gita, if you have written commentary on Vedanta Sutra, if you have written commentary on Vishnu Sahasranam, if you have written commentary on Puranas, then you present your theory. If you have studied and you have presented, then you present an argument before us. Now, Baladev Vidyabhushan had not given any commentary on Vishnu Sahasranam, Bhagavad Gita, Vedanta Sutra, Purana. So now he was completely in confusion what to do. So he cannot speak. The acharyas have written the commentary. Ramanacharya has written the commentary. It took 40 years for him. And then Madhvacharya has also written the commentary. That also took long years. Now, in just few days, how is he going to write commentary on so many literatures? That was a big question now, how to write the commentary. Lord Govinda himself comes and dictates the commentary. That is why Govinda Bhashya is given. He comes and dictates the commentary within 1 week. There is a commentary presented in writing. So these people, they thought, oh, he has cheated. He must have copied. So they took the book and threw in water. And it so happened, all the books started floating. And there was a sound they heard, a celestial sound, divine sound, which told, I gave this commentary to Baladev Vidyabhushan. That is why book is based on Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary, which is based on Govinda Bhashya. So Prabhupada has not done anything on his own. He has presented this from the commentary of Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan, who has been given the knowledge by Krishna himself, Govinda Bhashya. When you say Bhashya, it refers to commentary. What is the meaning of commentary? Simplifying a subject and speaking. Simply. What is the meaning of commentary? You are simplifying a subject. That is the known as commentary. So then you have chapters. There are 18 chapters. So about the chapters, we will take it first 2 chapters names, step by step, because we are going through the 2 chapters. And then next class, another two chapters names. In one class itself, if I give all the 18 chapters name, that means Sanskrit you will forget. Today you have not brought a book and the pen. The first chapter's name is Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra. Sainya Darshana Yoga. What is the name? Sainya Darshana Yoga. This chapter is also known as Lamentation of Arjuna. Whole chapter you will find is crying. Arjuna is just crying. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. 4 reasons he gives for not fighting. Somebody said, oh, actually Arjuna is a very good person. It is Krishna who corrected him. Made him fight. Actually, Arjuna has so much of compassion. He did not want to fight. This chapter is also known as Arjuna Dishada Yoga. Dishada means crying of Arjuna. So, as the opposing armies stand poised for battle, Arjuna, the mighty warrior, sees his independent relatives, teachers, friends in both armies, ready to fight, sacrifice their lives, overcome by grief and pity. Arjuna fails in strength, his mind becomes bewildered, and he gives up his determination to fight. So he stood for the war. Shankar blew, everything happened. But then when the war was to start, he was not determined. He shook from his determination. The second chapter is known as Contents of Gita Summarized. That means everything is there in second chapter. Contents of Gita summarized. Sankhya Darshan Yoga is also known as Sankhya Darshan. Gita Sar is also known as Gita Sar. Sankhya Darshan Yoga, Gita Sar. If you see, every chapter is ended by the word yoga. So what we mean by yoga, very important. Every chapter, first is what Sankhya Darshan Yoga or Arjuna Dishada Yoga. Then you have Sankhya Yoga, Gita Sar. Every chapter ends with the word yoga. The yoga means yuj. Yuj means to connect. To connect matter with spirituality. That is known as yoga. Generally, we get confused. What is the meaning of yoga? We think yoga means exercise. Yoga means, okay, only pranayama. No. Yes, nothing more than that. Some exercise, some asanas. No. Yoga means to control our mind and senses. Yoga means by controlling to connect. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi. To connect. Dharana, take. Dhyana, focus. And then connect. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Samadhi means understanding our relationship. So in this way, yoga means to connect with spirituality. Why we do asanas and all? So that our mind is fixed. That is why asanas and all is done. But then ultimate is samadhi. Every yoga should end with samadhi. And samadhi means to understand our relationship. So in this way, there are 18 chapters. First two chapters name at least you are from know. Then there is a page which is known as setting the scene, which you have to do at home. You have to read the whole thing. Setting the scene. It's a small story, how the whole scene is set. We know that how the whole war started. It started with the cheating of Duryodhana, how the Pandavas were tortured, and initially how Pandu was sent in exile, and then Pandu begot 3 children from Kunti. Actually, he did not beget. Kunti he invoked, and Kunti Maharani got 3 children. Then Madhavi, who is the second wife of Pandu, she also wanted to serve another 2 children. But as per the condition, Pandu has to die if he has any child. So in this way, Pandu died. And Madhavi went to Sati. And Kunti is left with 5 children, small kids. Kunti comes to Hastinapur because the sages over there advised, don't be here alone because she's a woman, she cannot be alone. Go to your palace, there Vishwapitana will protect you. So in this way, now here, who comes? Kunti Maharani comes, along with 5 children. So that is how we know the background of the story. And then how does Pandavas were really tortured by Dhritarashtra and his sons, like how then you have that how Bhima was administered poison, how in the Sabha Draupadi was insulted, how they are sent to exile. Even the Jatavas also they succeeded, but still 5 villages also was not given to them. What to speak of 5 villages? Not even a spot which is occupied by the tip of the night. So much of injustice was done to them. That is what Krishna, who went as peace messenger, now took the decision that one has to fight for the truth. Because when you tolerate the situation, the asuras they try to subdue a very good person. These people are so good. They are trying to subdue the Pandavas. So Krishna is always on the side of Dharma. Dharma means Satya. Dharma is based on four legs. Any of you are going to see all those things. So that is how the setting the same. Now both the sides are there, Kauravas and Pandavas. Now you will say, why is Kauravas and Pandavas? Both are Kuru dynasty only, one dynasty. Actually, Pandavas are also Kauravas only, because they are coming from King Kuru. It is not just the Dhritarashtra's sons are Kauravas. Even Pandu's sons are also Kauravas. Because Kuru, King Kuru, he performed lot of yajna in this kshetra, that is in Kurukshetra. And in this way, he got benediction also. The Lord is going to be in your kshetra. Lord will come in your kshetra. Dharma will be established in your kshetra. So that is the power of Kurukshetra. So now he knows. Who knows? Dhritarashtra knows that war is going to be won by the Pandavas. So he had so much of enmity towards Pandavas. Now Pandavas are also Kauravas, but just to know the difference, who are there on one side, who are on the other side, Pandavas are there on one side, Kauravas, actually they should be called as what? Dhritarashtra's sons are there in another side. So this way the scene is set. Next comes preface. In this preface, what is given? How Srila Prabhupada, he wrote the Bhagavad Gita, what was the first edition? It had 400 pages, no illustrations, no explanations, much explanation. So in this way he is writing. And that also you have to read at home. Preface as well as setting the scene as well as preface. We'll start with the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. Introduction. So starting is Om Adhyarati Vedandasya Jnananda Shalakya. We'll take this verse because you should know that first line it is Om Adhyarati Vedandasya Jnananda Shalakya. Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I am just fallen in the darkest region. This material world is the darkest ignorance. It's the where there is darkness, everything is light. So in the material world, it's only illusion. When you say darkest ignorance means we are stuck in I and mine. I and mine. So it is an illusion. And who helps to come out of that illusion? Is the spiritual master. And how is this illusion? How is this darkness? Timira angasya. Timira means a deepest darkness. Sometimes in dark also you can see something. Sometimes it's so dark, you cannot see even your hand. Timira angasya. Ajnanta is known as Timira angasya. Jnananjana shalakya. Anjana has been put. Anjana means the kajal. Which kajal? The ointment of knowledge is put by the spiritual master. Chakshurun militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. That is how one starts studying Bhagavad. And paying obeisances to whom? To our spiritual master, who has given us this ointment of knowledge, so that our eyes are open in Bhagavad Gita, in the knowledge. Actually, what is Bhagavad Gita? It's the knowledge. It's a book of knowledge. And then Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamaryam Tadati Swapadam. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam. What is there in the heart of Chaitanya that is known to Rupa Goswami? Now, who is Chaitanya? He is Krishna himself. It is Krishna himself who comes to teach the same what he has instructed. Like I instruct, okay, you should know how to make jalebis. I go on instructing. How many of them will really catch and make the jalebis? It's not so easy. On the contrary, if I show how to make, it becomes more easy. So instruction should be enjoined by practical application also, not just instruction. Instruction plus practical application. Both should be there. If that is not there, then what happens? It will be only instruction and person cannot practically apply. So Lord himself appears as a devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Krishna appearing in the mood of Srimati Radharani because Radharani is the only devotee of Lord. And she only knows how to serve Krishna. So who are we then? We are the followers of the devotees of the devotees of the devotees of Srimati Radharani, how to serve God. Devotion means service. If service is not there, then that is not devotion. It's only jnana. Service and love goes together. If you love someone, you serve that person. If you serve somebody, then you love that person. So in this way, service and love goes together, and it's known as devotional service. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has 6 important disciples. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, then 2 Raghus, that is Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and then you have Gopala Bhatta Goswami. Among them, among all the 6, Rupa Goswami has understood the heart of Chaitanya. That's also understood. But sometimes you have to tell something to understand. But Rupa Goswami need not be instructed. He understands the heart. And in that way, what he does, just follows without even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructing him. And ISKCON comes under Rupanuvas. Gaudiya Dhara comes under Rupanuvas. It is from the Rupa Goswami, the whole parampara. From Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 6 Goswamis. In that only 6 Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, they are all followers of Goswami. That is why we come in the category of Rupanuvas. In this way, further, you have the Mangalachari. So let us come to the text now. Before that, you have Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta on the page. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, you have. You can read the other 2 also. Later you can read, or we'll do it in the next class. That is Vandeham Shri Guru. That we'll do in the next class. If I give everything now, you will forget the first 2. So let us chant first 2. Om Ajnana Girandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So you have to memorize this. Next class, try to chant without singing. Om Ajnana Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Next is Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadayam Dadati Swapadantakam. Okay. Again we'll chant the second one. Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam. Till you don't open your mouth and chant, it will not come to know. So open mouth and chant loudly. Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Okay. Then go to the next page. There is a verse called Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. This want to be chanted in the Narayana Mantra. First is to chant this pranam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita, Gadadhara, Shiva, Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We'll discuss later how these Panchatattvas are very important. And then there is a Maha Mantra given. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. First paragraph. Bhagavad Gita is also called as Gita Upanishad. It is the essence of Vedic knowledge and one of the most important Upanishads in Vedic literature. Of course, there are many commentaries in English on the Bhagavad Gita. And one may question the necessity for another one. This present edition can be explained in the following way. Recently, an American lady asked me to recommend an English translation of Bhagavad Gita. Of course, in America, there are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita available in English. But as far as I have seen, not only in America, but also in India, none of them can be strictly said to be authoritative because In almost every one of them, the commentator has expressed his own opinions without touching the spirit of Bhagavad Gita as it is. So Prabhupada very authoritatively states, though there are so many editions, but none of them can be called as authoritative. Why? Because no one has touched the spirit of Bhagavad Gita. So now what is the spirit of Bhagavad Gita? This is the first question we should be asking. What is the spirit of Bhagavad Gita? I'll give you the diploma course manual also. So what is the spirit that is given here? The spirit of Bhagavad Gita is given in Bhagavad Gita itself, that is bhakti. What is the spirit? Love for Krishna. That is the spirit. It is just like this. If we want to take a particular medicine, then we have to follow the directions written on the label. We cannot take the medicine according to our own will or the direction of a friend. It must be taken according to the direction on the label or the direction given by a physician. You cannot just take the medicine according to what I want. So we have to refer to this physician. Then similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be taken or accepted as it is directed by the speaker himself. So whatever the speaker has told, who is the speaker of Bhagavad Gita? Krishna. So the speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Shri Krishna. He is mentioned on every page of Bhagavad Gita as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means what is the spirit of Bhagavad Gita except as it is? Because everywhere Shri Bhagavan Vacha is given. So who is Bhagavan Vacha? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. When it comes to Shri Bhagavan Vacha, there is always an argument. Oh, that impersonal has now manifested. No, he is the personal. He is the same person. Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the same person as here. And then it is mentioned here. So he is the Supreme Personality of God. Of course, the word Bhagavan sometimes refers to any powerful person or any powerful demigod. And certainly here, Bhagavan designates Lord Krishna as a great personality. But at the same time, we should know that Lord Shri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which has been confirmed by great acharyas, spiritual masters like Shankaracharya, Ramanacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbaka Swami, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, other authorities of Vedic knowledge in India. The Lord himself also establishes as himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Bhagavad Gita. He is accepted as such in Brahma Samhita and all the Puranas, especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, known as Bhagavad Purana. Krishnastu Bhagavan. What is given? Lord is the Supreme Person. So in every page of Bhagavad Gita, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, that means it is indicating Krishna. And then whatever Lord says, we have to accept every word as it is. We cannot just say, I will omit these chapters, I will only take some chapters. Oh, Bhakti, let me keep it for old age. Now I should do Karma. Karma Yoga is very important. Now like Bhakti Yoga, what I have to do with this Bhakti Yoga? Let me keep it for old age. Doesn't work. It is like Ardha Kukunai theory. There is one Ardha Kukunai. Ardha Kukunai is a lady has a nice hen. And this hen gives the golden eggs from behind, but eats a lot. So this lady is so upset. She says, how much the hen is eating? So let me cut the front portion. Let me only take the behind portion. So there are so many people who cut some sections of Bhagavad Gita and take some portion of Bhagavad Gita or recite some verse of Bhagavad Gita to just prove that they are right. Like sometimes, if they want to say, go and ask somebody, please chant the holy name, please come to the temple, please recite Bhagavad Gita. There is a karma niyam adhikara. And after that one, Lord has told through the karma. There's bhakti and all is afterwards. That means one has not understood. Every word of Bhagavad Gita specifies, indicates only he. Bhakta Bhakti Bhagavan. There is a nice relationship between every Bhakta with Bhagavan. And what is the relationship? That is Bhakti. Bhakti is not for anyone else. This word Bhakti is only for Bhaktas, and Bhaktas are only meant for Krishna. Simple. Krishna Bhakti and Bhagavan. Krishna Bhagavan, Bhakta and. So in this way here, Lord is the Supreme Person. Shri Bhagavan Bhagavan means one who has all the qualities in full. That is why he is known as Bhagavan Ati Bhaktivan, the most fortunate person, who gives a fortune also to others. He has been recommended by everyone that one has to take shelter of Krishna. In the same way, he has been proved also that he is the one who is the supreme. He is the one from where everything emanates. He is the one who is maintaining everything. He is the one who is destroying everything. So today we will stop with this. So we have discussed many things. So whatever you remember, just put it down. So the next class we'll try to again do some summary of it and then go to the further course. So Imam Vivaswan, Yuha, Vivaswan Yoga, that all we'll do in the next class. Okay. So any doubts pertaining to this, you can ask. And if you bring up pen and paper, very nice. Yes, you have some doubt? Pandu. Pandu or Pandu? Pandu was sent to the forest because it's very weak. He was king. But then Dhritarashtra told, how can a weak king rule the kingdom? And he got the curse also. He cannot beget child. He was ruling. But because he got the curse, he cannot beget the child. What is the use of such leader who cannot have progeny? So he was sent to exile. But then Raj was shocked. So when they came back, he was completely in shock. Your one child also he cannot produce. That was the rumor. But then how five children? So he was not really pleased when Kunti Maharana came with 5 children. In fact, he was more in anxiety. We will be spending, now the whole schedule will be like this in 1 year. We will be spending at least 2 months for introduction. Because if introduction is good, if you know introduction very nicely, then you are strong in your foundation. Then you go for the first chapter. First chapter again 2 to 3 months. After that, we will be spending 6 months for second chapter. Don't expect me to complete all. I can complete everything in 1 month also. But then your foundation will not be strong. And after that, we start with Bhakti Shastri. Bhakti Shastri is further chapters. Further chapters, and also we have books, other books, that is lecture of devotion, lecture of instruction, and lecture of the Ishopanishad. That will go for 2 years. So for, can say for in 3 years, you will be well versed in Bhagavad Gita, Ishopanishad, Bhakti, then lecture of devotion, and the lecture of instruction. And once you are well versed in this, we can start Bhakti Vaibhav. You will say, oh, it is too long. Bhakti Vaibhav is again very nice, detailed study of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. In this journey of gaining knowledge, it is not that only the speaker gives knowledge, speaker also studies. It is the knowledge where you also study, and others also study. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Yes. You have doubt?
Yes, Mataji. Why is it that Adi Shankaracharya is considered as a Mayavad when he has composed such good verses about Krishna?
Yeah, why Adi Shankaracharya is considered as a Mayavadi, and then he is also considered as a great devotee also. Lord Shiva in Padma Purana says that in Kali Yuga, I will come to speak Asat Shastra. Mayavadam Asat Shastram Bodham Prapannam Bodham Uchati. It will be like Buddhist philosophy. But I am going to give an Asat Shastra. So, Sripal Adi Shankaracharya first gives an Asat Shastra, where just Sarvam Kalidam Brahman Am Brahmasmi Tattvamasmi. It has been understood in a very wrong way. But he knows that every jiva is equal to Lord in quality but not in quantity. Every jiva is servant of the master. So that is how devotional service. That is why when he gave all this Asat Shastra, which has been wrongly understood, Yeah, he's a Vaishnava, he's a devotee. Uh, uh, Vaishnavana, Vitasham. So what he does is, he writes Bhaja Govindam. He has the words Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Because devotees cannot speak something wrong. So he writes Bhaja Govindam. He writes one phrase, Narayana Paro Vekta. Narayana is para of all these three material qualities. Adi Shankaracharya sometimes is called as Mayavadi also. But every devotee knows that he is a great devotee. Okay?
Yes,
Stop
Mother.
here. Hare Krishna. What's the time now? 8:30. I have any doubt. Today I am taking a small class because we don't have pen and paper in your hand. If I take the next class, it is confused. So the primary introduction of today's class. So next class will not be there, but you will be attending the next class. There will be another speaker. I'm going to Vrindavan. I'll be coming back. Other next class I'll be there. So I'll tell the speaker who will be there. He will teach you all the 18 chapters names with English and Sanskrit meanings. Okay. And then the further little bit verses that also repeating. He asked one of the devotees to speak the class. So I'm going to Vrindavan Yatra. 24th is Vrindavan. But after that we are going to do. Okay. So who have registered can take Bhagavad Gita one book. If you are not registered, you can register and make a payment. And I'll be giving you one now book or book with 108 verses of Bhagavad Gita also. First 27 verses will be doing. So that every class you will be repeating with 27 verses, important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Once you are done with the 27 verses, slowly we will take up even 180 verses also. But first two chapters strongly will try to do in this 1 year, so that you are not going to be confused. If it is happening before that also, we have to now complete this two chapters. Okay. Correct. So you can give the names to Bare Prabhu. Can you write down the names so that I can add them properly? Who have registered, who are going to register. You have also registered? You are going to. You can give the names to Abhijit. The scanner is also there. So we will be having those material and the certificate also after 1 year. There are exams also. Those who just come for hearing, no problem. They'll hear but no exam. But if you write exam, you study for it. When you study, go deeper.